Hello, today we are going to be looking at how to draw a flow net beneath a dam. It is important to understand how water flows underneath a dam, not just over the dam, to ensure that it doesn't fail. It is important to remember that the soil here beneath the dam is in fact permeable and water can flow through it. This can cause seepage and eventually exerting an uplift pressure, and this force can possibly cause the dam to fail. So it is important to design dams with those values in mind to ensure that they don't fail. And part of this is looking at exactly how the water is going to flow. Now, looking at this diagram first for drawing our flow net, we got to understand the components. First, we have the water here that is held back by the concrete dam. We have the soil beneath the dam, and then here we have our impermeable bedrock lining. So when we look at this, we can first start to look at our boundaries. We know that water cannot flow down in here. And so that means that water flowing through the soil is going to come down, around, and up. So we're first going to draw a couple flow lines beneath the soil. So we take it, just draw simple little lines here. 1 and 2. Now we start to look at our equipotential lines. Equipotential lines are lines of equal head. Essentially, along the line, there is an equal amount of energy within the water. So to start, 2 of our equipotential lines are coming here straight along the soil, as this is a boundary with a known force being exerted on the top. Now we can start to draw our lines coming from the dam. Essentially, they are going to come down and around like this. But we need to keep them perpendicular to our flow lines, as water flows perpendicular to these equipotential lines. So, as we can see here, this is a right angle here. Nice perpendicular. Same thing over here. So we'll try to do that with our ones in the middle. So coming off here, we'll take it, it'll come down a bit, perpendicular to there, and it'll end at our flow boundary down here. Now up here, this one is not quite perpendicular. So we would want to erase this and try again to make it as close to perpendicular as we can. But just for the sake of this drawing, we're going to keep it for now. Then we'd come along here. This one would essentially be straight down here. Same thing here. Here, we're gonna curve down a bit. And there we have a rough sketch of what the flow net would look like. Now, ideally, we would want this to be done to scale. We would take our handy dandy engineering scale, and with known measurements, we would be able to ensure that there is equal spacing between these lines. And then also these are roughly square. But yeah, there you go. That is a simple way to draw flow nets beneath a concrete dam.